So you must have read about these mental convections in EMS petrology or earlier days also. So what are these mental convection cells? What is the meaning of convection? This is a material transport. You understand this part? The hot material moves. When the material transport is involved, you say it is a convection. How do you define conduction? Energy transport. Material is not transported. Could you follow this point? Now, when you talk about mental convection, that means the material must be in flowing. Material must be transporting. So you see, so I am not going into details about the earth composition, which you must have read at many places. So what I am trying to show you, so this is core. Mental is I am taking up to lithosphere. The solid mantle extends up to base of the crust. Base of the crust. But from plate tectonic point of view, we will confine, so this is solid mantle. The lower part of lithosphere is solid mantle. Suppose this is 150 km depth. So from 45 km to 150 km is that solid mantle. So we are not considering all of them within the mantle. So our mantle is from this place to this place. So base of the lithosphere or the beginning of asthenosphere to core mantle bound. This is the liquid mantle. And then the core where you have a solid part. This is also a liquid part. Look, follow this point. So now you have two liquid layers. One is outer core and this one, middle mantle or the lower mantle. That is also liquid. Liquid in the sense, it is not water liquid. It is some sort of plastic, but with fluidity so high that a material is transported. Quite fluid, not like water. So this part is your liquid and this part is liquid. So what is here? So why there is a change in, why the boundary is drawn here? If this is liquid and this is liquid, why there is a change here? What type of change it is? Density contrast, mineralogical contrast and density contrast. So this density is much more higher than this. So mantle liquid is much more or the less dense compared to the core liquid. Follow this point. That is why there is a boundary between them. So when you talk about mantle convection cell, we are meaning here, this part, this part. So what is happening here? Now if I just draw these two layers, this is your, we will say this is D double dash layer. The boundary is called D double dash layer, and this is your lithosphere, this is your mantle. This is the boundary. So this part is your liquid. Understood this part? So now between these two layers there is a large temperature difference. Temperature difference. Understood now? Now what could be the temperature here? Or how much it is? What is the core temperature? So this depth is 2900 kilometer. This is 150 kilometer. Approximately, let us write here. What is the temperature here? So what is the temperature here? Any idea? Suppose you go by 30 degree centigrade per kilometer, into 150 कितना होगा?
45.
हाँ? Is it 4500 degree centigrade here? Huh? Why?
The 30 degrees Celsius gradient is applied only for the crust. Mainly this convection.
Here, see this gradient, is a crustal gradient. Crustal gradient. Crustal gradient is much more higher. Why it is much more higher? Because of the radioactive elements. In the crust, you have lot of radioactive elements which provides heat, to the crust. That is why the gradient is higher. Whereas if you go down, the material is in the liquid condition, and so much of concentration is not seen there, the radioactive elements. So heat generation is less. As a result, the gradient falls. So what is the temperature here? Can you just tell me? You write, I just give a small roughly write down these things. Roughly write. This may be little different, but I remember in this format. Huh? Base of the crust you write 12. Base of the lithosphere write 2200, 2400. Base of the mantle you write 36. Very easy to remember, na? Multiple of 12. 3 layer तो है, crust, lithosphere and the mantle, na? 12, 2, 12, 3 ja 36. Just roughly you remember. So this heat difference, so this does not follow this gradient. Because of the radioactive elements are concentrated only in the crust. That is why it is higher there. So because of this heat difference, this material is liquid condition, so it starts making, the convection shells like this. So the convection cells rise from V double S layer and rises up to base of the lithosphere. So these are the plumes, and then goes laterally, spreads laterally and comes back to D double S layer, forming the convection loop or the mantle loop. You understand this part, na? This is how the convection cells are being created, and this is driven by the difference in the temperature. समझा कि नहीं समझा? The point is, can you see what I am drawing? This is solid lithosphere. This is liquid mantle. Now the plumes are rising from here, the double dash layer rising up to the base of the lithosphere and then taking a turn. That is the phenomenon. That is how a convection loop looks like. As a result, what happens, you know, this part is under tension. This part, you know, here, this is known as hot spot. Hot spot is nothing but a expression of the plume at the surface of the lithosphere. Follow this point or not, tell me. यहाँ एक हॉट स्पॉट, ये लिथोस्फीयर है, ये जगह, दिस एरिया, you know, this area is at a higher temperature, compared to this side. As a result, this part is weak, this part is weak and under extension. Why under extension? Because these convection loops, you know, they laterally spread like this. So when they laterally spread like this part is under extension. Follow this point. So this is the beginning of your breaking of the lithosphere. Because of this extensional tectonics, the lithosphere tries to break apart. Because from both the sides it is being pulled, and this part is thin and weak. Because you are hitting from the base, just like the glass rod, you know, how you are breaking before that, or an iron rod, how you are breaking or bending by hitting at the base. Same thing is also happening here. Now point is, so this will become a plate, this will become another plate. Follow this point, and these plates will go or dragged, you know, this plate will be dragged from this place, you know, over this mantle. This will go like this, and from here it will plunge again into the mantle. This will be a subduction zone or a like this. You know. Now what I am telling you, know, so this is the solid part. This is the solid part. Now this is just a material, you know, which is being carried away by these convection cells. So the point is, this solid part will be carried into or carried down, you know, to the base of this current. Try to understand this part. Now suppose like this, you know, this is water, you know, here there is a wind. So what will happen? Suppose there is a boat floating over here. This boat, when it falls here, you know, this will be carried deep to this place, you know, because the material is flowing down. So when this current, you know, ends here, then it will leave. Then this boat will start floating, you know, back. This is what will happen. So this material will be carried as deep as this current will be persisting. After that, once current dies out, then this will lose its hold and come back to the surface. That is what will happen. The same thing will happen here also. Now you see, this is the ship, you know, which is going down by the flow of this current, this convection current. Where the convection current, you know, takes a turn like this will be dropped there. It will not carry further down. That means this part, the solid part, is moving with the energy of this current. Suppose this current, you know, ending here, यहाँ तक जाए खत्म होगा, तो इधर से वो वापस आ जाएगा और इधर से डिपॉजिट होगा. It cannot go down. You don't understand this part. Suppose it is going very deep into core तक चला जाता है. So there is chance, you know, this can go up to the core because current is dragging it only. So current is the force. The convection loop is the force. So depending on how deep is the current or convection, this can continue up to there. The chance of continuing. If the current is halfway, it is dying out. The chance of getting into deep into the metal is not there. Follow this point now. So how can I know how deep it is going? If I have an evidence, the solid part is existing 600 kilometers, 700 kilometers, 1000 kilometers, 3000 kilometers. If you have the evidence, then I can say the currents are going up to that range. You understand this point? Suppose you have only evidence up to 500 kilometers. So you cannot say the currents are going up to 3000 kilometers. If some evidence is there by which you can say these fragments are continuing up to 3000 kilometers, you can say the currents are going up to 3000 kilometers. Otherwise, how can you say? Follow this point now. So how deep or how big is the current convection loops, will be indicated by the presence of the solid materials, within the mantle. Suppose 300 kilometers, this substance है. So you cannot say it is up to 400 kilometers. क्या evidence? 300 kilometers तो जा रहा है, मतलब the convection loop is going up to 300 kilometers. You don't understand this part. What is relation between the size of the loops and the existence of the solid material, solid lithosphere within the mantle? Because within the mantle, this everything is liquid. यहाँ से यहाँ तक liquid है. यह सब solid material आपको मिल गया. What does it mean? The lithospheric material has been dragged into ना. तो जहाँ वो drag करता है, वो आपका subduction zone बनेगा. That is the subduction zone along which it is being dragged. तो ये कितना तक subduct करता है, will be only indicated by the presence of the solid materials. If that mixes with the mantle, you cannot say. Suppose ये melt हो के mantle का mix हो गया. आप confirmatorily you cannot say that convection loop is going beyond that also. Only the truth is or maximum thing you can tell up to this point solid materials are existing. So convection loop is at least this much depth. Suppose the convection loop is still also going inside, but this material suppose is not persisting. You cannot say confirmatorily the convection loops are going further. मेरा बात समझा कि नहीं समझा? तो आपको solid proof मिलेगा जहाँ तक ये lithospheric material is existing. Beyond that आप कैसे बोलेंगे? बोल नहीं पाएंगे. Maybe it might be extending, but you cannot say. But you can say up to that point, you observe the solid materials, brittle materials. As long as these brittle materials are existing, brittle you understand, na? Lithospheric materials. You can say the loops are existing up to that. तो आप कैसे पता लगाइए कहाँ तक जाता है? कैसे पता लगेगा? Seismicity is one of the evidence. Because when this slab will or lithosphere will go down, ये तो ऐसे खाली नहीं है जो आप पानी में it has a tendency to come back. See, आप कोई floating material को आप नीचे दबाओ, bucket पानी लेके एक thermocol को दबाओ, will it go down so easily? It has a tendency to come back. हमेशा एक opposing force उसको काम करता है. Same time, what you are doing, you have this drag, convection drags. जबरदस्ती आप उसको ला रहे हैं, the density is trying to push it out. You see, it is not an easy thing, that materials are going down. With respect to this is definitely lighter, Though these are quite heavy, the lithospheric part of mantle is quite heavy, it is sinking, but it is not just sinking of its own weight. You have to drag it by this force. You have to bring it down, You have to bring it down. Force आप apply करना पड़ेगा. So when you are bringing it down, it is trying to come up because it is buoyant, little buoyant with respect to this. So now these opposing forces are working, So and these convection loops, they are so strong, it is dragging them into the mantle itself. Understand that? So as long as the solid material is existing, you are telling the convection loops are that deep. Now how long it is existing will be indicated by this seismicity. कि जितना फ्रैक्चरिंग होगा, स्लिप मारेगा, अर्थक्वेक होगा, ये होगा ना अर्थक्वेक। तो अब जितना डीप अर्थक्वेक फोकस होगा, उतना डीप एटलीस्ट यू कैन से द कन्वेक्शन लूप्स आर कंटिन्यू. Beyond that you have no evidence. So as deep as the seismicity is continuing, that deep are the convections. So kitna deep? What is the deepest earthquake we have in this world?
700.
Huh? 7 kilometers.
700.
700 kilometers. See, such a sharp figure you are telling, you know. 700 kilometers, you know. कोई नहीं बोलता है 900 किलोमीटर भी हो सकता है. कोई बोलेगा 800 किलोमीटर, कोई बोलेगा 700 किलोमीटर भी जाएगा. That means these convection loops are so well defined, you know. 700 किलोमीटर तक जाके ऐसी बात. So how big are the convections? It is only 700 kilometer deep. Understood na? Why? The reason is you have the deepest earthquake up to 700 kilometer. हो सकता है, we may be wrong also in this convention, because ये जब when the slab is going down, lithospheric slab is going down, it is melting. Same time also it is melting. Temperature बहुत ऊपर है. 3600 कहाँ से आ रहा है? 2400 से आ रहा है. It is descending from 2400 to 3600. हो सकता है बीच में मेल्ट हो गया. Even though the convection cells are continuing, but the slab is not existing. ये भी हो सकता है. There is a possibility. But since it is existing, 700 kilometer seismicity is existing, you are telling at least up to 700 kilometer is existing. You follow this point now. That is why we say, you know, we always, you know, refer to a picture something like this. हम जो डालते हैं, ये लिथोस्फीयर डाल देते हैं. देखिए, ये 700 किलोमीटर तक we bring these convection cells and take them up. ऐसे. What is point 110? So that means your plate subduct of the plunge into, you know, to a depth of 700. फिर ये ऐसे हो गए. Follow this point, huh? But the other evidences, you know, deny that they do not exist beyond this. Everything is liquid, you know. Denying is not a point by observing the earthquakes are only up to 700. You cannot deny the presence of convection loops up to 2900. You cannot deny so positively. You don't understand this part. The point is, ये समझा कि नहीं समझा? हाँ? Suppose मैं आपको बोलूँगा कि map this area, which area? The base of lithosphere and asthenosphere. These are the asthenosphere. So up to 700 kilometer, we say it is asthenosphere. ठीक है ना? मैं इसका मैप करूँ. कैसे ग्रेविटी मैप बना? ठीक है? एक ग्रेविटी मैप बना. अब जियोड पड़ा होगा ना, जियोड इक्वल पोटेंशियल सरफेस. अंडरस्टूड ना? मैं सपोज आई टेल यू, जस्ट मूव अराउंड द सरफेस एंड टेल मी, इज द ग्रेविटी सेम एवरीवेयर हियर? मैं क्या पूछता मालूम है ना? ग्रेविटी मोर, ग्रेविटी कम कैसे होता है? जहाँ डेंसिटी इज मोर, वहाँ ग्रेविटी इज मोर. जहाँ डेंसिटी इज लेस, वहाँ ग्रेविटी इज लेस. दैट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ ग्रेविटी कंट्रास्ट. When you just move around the surface, क्या होगा? इधर क्या होगा? ग्रेविटी लो होगा ना, because hot liquid material is coming up. It is making the lithosphere weak, heated up. So यहाँ ग्रेविटी लो होगा ना, because hot material is coming up. And what about these areas? ग्रेविटी हाई होगा ना, है कि नहीं बता मेरे. अब सोचो अर्थ सरफेस में चलते हैं जी, एक ग्रेविमीटर लेके पहाड़ का ऊपर ऐसे गया, पहाड़ ऐसे होके गया, देन समुद्र का अंदर गया. What is G? G is low or high? Low. G is high or low? High ना? क्यों? Material is there ना? सी के अंदर oceanic basalts are there. So gravity is high. तो पहाड़ का ऊपर क्या रहेगा? तो material is less. Less means the less dense materials are there. So gravity is low. तो आपको समझ आया, ask you draw a equigravity surface. How the equigravity surface will go? सी का ऊपर होके आएगा. सी का ऊपर आके पहाड़ का नीचे होके जाएगा ना ऐसा. थोड़ा ऐसे टिल्ट होके ऐसा. जाएगा कि नहीं जाएगा? That is the equipotential surface ना. Equal gravity. So that is your geode. That is your geode, you know. So geode passes base of the hill. पढ़ा होगा ना थोड़ा वही ना फिजिक्स में किधर तो पढ़ा होगा. ठीक है ना. तो इसलिए मैं इसको मैप करूंगा. तो यहाँ होगा ग्रेविटी लो, यहाँ होगा ग्रेविटी हाई ना. दैट इज व्हाट मैं क्यों बोल रहा हूँ, मैं आपको मैप दिखाऊंगा. ठीक है. सो ग्रेविटी लोस आर the hotspot or plume comes up. Then gravity high where the plume goes down or the convection loop goes down. इतना समझा ना? मैप दिखाता हूँ आपको.